Hello. I look a lot different being on the stage with the lights in your face. It means a lot of different things. So I'm a great driver. I'm a super driver. Okay, like I can drive anything. I can drive a crane. I can drive a house on wheels, of course. I can drive a screw. Okay, because I mean I'm handy. That's what they do. But I'm like a superhero behind the wheel. Like I have like superpowers. I can just do anything. Like you know how a superhero just goes out and he like saves the people and defeats the villain and gets the dame at the end. Look, I can be the note taker on a conference call. I don't use my phone, okay? I use a laptop like the cops do, okay? I can eat a full, well, not a full meal. Like, don't eat burritos when you drive, all right? If you do, only eat it halfway down. But I can deep throw a hoagie while I'm driving. And then I still have enough time to flirt with the dame in the next lane, okay? And get a number too. See me eating that hoagie, like, you want to buy this hoagie too, baby? Okay. But I was the first person in my family to get a license. And because of that, I was the first person in the family to get a license. So since my mom never got a license, she always had the best advice. Like, she would tell me things like, if you choose to smoke while you're driving, you can't smoke the bomb, okay? You gotta use a blunt. Blunt's a lot easier to transport while you can't put your head down, mess up your sight. And then also, don't hotbox. And I was like, oh, I get that. Don't hotbox while you're driving. It's gonna cloud your vision. She was like, no, it's a lot harder to gaslight the cops and say that you wasn't smoking when smoke's coming out the window. Let's get serious. And then like, my time, so I was the first person with the license. I was the first person with a car in my family. And everybody wanted to ride somewhere, which I like driving, so it was cool. Like, I really enjoyed driving. And everybody wanted to ride, but I realized that time frame in my life that I really don't like taking direction or being told what to do. And over these years, it's gotten worse. It still goes on. Like, I get in arguments with my GPS, like she's not trying to help me out, okay? Like, we argue like an old married couple. Earl, I thought I told you to make a left. If you made that turn, we would have been there by now. We wouldn't have been so late if you'd have left when I said leave. Hey, Teresa, look, I know where I'm going. Let me do what I do behind this wheel. At some point, I'm waiting. Technology is going to catch up, and the GPS is going to start talking back to me. Right? Turn left. Rerouting. Why don't you ever listen to me? You never listen to me. If you listened to me, we would have been there by now. If you listened to me, we would have been there by now. What did you... losing bits be there. But the GPS is going to catch up at some point and just start arguing back with me. And like, did I see you trying to update your Garmin GPS? What are you going to do with that old rusty, crusty, musty, dirty GPS? Did I see you? Were you searching for a paper map? Who knows how to read a paper map? No one knows how to read a paper map. It's like, what are you going to do with the paper map? Look, in case you die, bitch, I don't know. Like, I gotta do something. I get lost, you know, like one of those things. But I do have a lot of fun driving. My early origin stories in driving weren't the best of times, okay? Like I had this, I got this idea in my head, like, you know what? Driving's all mental, so like, I could just do it, anybody can just do it. Anyone drive, people drive all the time. So on the day of my test, my first driver's test, the first time I was behind the wheel, okay? Because I thought I was a genius, so I was like, oh yeah. And I feel like it was a very successful outing, okay? Like, I didn't hit any cars. I didn't hit any buildings. And the 2.5 people that got hospitalized, he didn't survive. I fed the next generation, okay? I probably did a superhero, honestly. A superhero origin story. Right? And I'm pretty sure that the examiner probably would have failed me in the beginning if he realized that I wasn't joking when I asked him when I got in which one was the brake. I mean, I laughed, so he probably was like, "Oh, you that's not, man." But I didn't really know. My first time behind the wheel, so I really didn't know. And he really would have failed me in the beginning if you would realize that, but take tests, I do things, I get nervous, so it's like, what do you do before you test? Well, I take about 10 shots. So, but I wanted to be safe, so I only took 5. And so if even known that, you probably would have had some issues. So for a period of time, I used to live, near the lake and everything, but the Red Line. And I had a whole I had a bus pass and everything, and so, parking in Chicago. So it was like, okay, I'm not going to, I just caught the Red Line. But I really did miss driving, right? I miss being able to blast my own music, okay? And I didn't have to deal with the smell of weed. But one thing I really did miss about driving was I would be the only one that had my dick out. It's just like, one thing about that, I took my driver's test like 5 times when I finally passed. I was like a legend in that place, okay? And the instructor, when I took it like my 3rd time, or 4th, whatever it was, they were like, you know what, like, you may not be able to drive a car, but you're definitely driving us crazy, okay? So that's the drop my time. David Nesbitt-Taylor, excellent on the old platform.
Nice comment coming off. You guys are gonna love him. Get nice and loud.